What up, Cornbread? Cornbread movie review family. What up, what up, what up, what up? Got my Colts hat on today. You know, I got to represent, and the Illinois State shirt. You're going to see a couple of these I'm going to be wearing throughout the whole series of Cornbread review, man. I always represent where I'm from, man, the teams I love. This week, we got to talk about it. Godzilla vs. King Kong. That's the episode we're going to talk about, Cornbread movie review. To the listeners out there, you know I do Cornbread movie reviews in 5 different categories. First category, you got acting. Second category, you got cinematography. Third category, you have storytelling. Fourth category, did I get what I paid for? Did I get what I bought? You know, meaning if it was a scary movie, was it scary? If it was a comedy, was it funny? That's kind of what that category encompasses. And then, is it a must-see? You know, should you stop what you're doing now and watch it? Or you gonna listen to this review and be like, I'll pass and wait for the next one, man. So, first one, got my notes right here. Gotta keep your notes, baby. So I talked about this on the A Squared podcast. Go check it out. Make sure you subscribe. Check us out on the website, www.asquaredpodcast.com. So this Cornbread movie review will be on episode 88. So check out that episode. So first category, acting. In this movie, you got Rebecca Hall, Brian Henry. The only characters that kind of came from the Godzilla and the King Kong world and merged them together were Brian Chandler and Millie Brown. That's their real name. I forgot their names in the movie, but they were the father-daughter relationship. That's the only characters that kind of tie both worlds together with King Kong and Godzilla. It wasn't too much acting in this movie, man. You know, the movie premise was obviously with King Kong and Godzilla, so the directors focused on that relationship and those struggles between those big titans. So in this movie, it wasn't really much of an acting range. You know, you had the actors were either scared or the actors were shocked that this big fight was happening, right? But you really didn't get one-on-one dialogue with them. If they did have lines, it was kind of one-liners. They'll have a conflict and talk about it and then move on to the next scene. So bad. It didn't allow character development. It didn't allow the actors to grow in this scenario. So 2 out of 5 cornbreads in that category. So wasn't good. Next category, cinematography. Visually stunning. If you got a 4K TV or HD and you can snuggle up and watch some popcorn, cinematography, man, this is a great movie to visually watch. I would say, you know, dim the lights, have it dark in there, and just the only thing playing in the room is that movie. You'll see all the colors and the CGI. Great. It looked like they took their time. I don't know when this movie was originally supposed to be out because of COVID, but shout outs, give applause to the editors, man. They did their thing. So I also loved, spoiler alerts, obviously, with the Cornbread reviews. I tell you some stuff, but not everything. I also love the new monster designs in this movie. You know, I'm sure they had fun on the creators making just new monsters. And the world that they go into. I love the reverse gravity and how the world kind of looks like, I would say Earth, but it's not, or it's still on Earth, but it's a different type of Earth. So I really enjoyed that concept. So cinematography, 5 out of 5 for me. So it was great visually. Storytelling, this is where it gets dicey. To my people who've watched King Kong Skull Island, Skull Island was a real place, right? Like they had to battle through this hurricane tornado to even get to Skull Island, and that's kind of where King Kong was. In this movie, it's kind of like Kong's on just a simulation Skull Island, but it's really in Godzilla's universe, right? So it was very, very forced on how they merged these together and rushed. You kind of don't understand how King Kong got from Skull Island to this modified Skull Island. So I really didn't like that. Also, humans need to make up their mind, man. Are they gonna let Godzilla and King Kong be the top of the food chain and say, okay, they're here to protect us, and every monster that comes by, they're gonna fight? Or humans always need to be on top of the food chain and fear for their lives, and they just have to create something to try to go against these titans? And then they wonder why these monsters don't go, and they tear up stuff. So that's kind of like you could tell they haven't made up their mind, man. So that's kind of what forced King Kong and Godzilla to fight each other, because now they're conflicted too, because they're trying to fight for safety of humans, but then again they also got to protect humans. So that's kind of what their main concept was in this movie. Also, they could come up with better technology to kill these monsters. Like, these regular 22 rounds and bullets and Glocks and rifles ain't killing these monsters. Haven't from the beginning of time. So they need to come up with better technology of trying to kill these monsters. I really didn't like that the humans were shocked that King Kong knew sign language. You know, like, come on, man. This dude is a trillion times bigger than y'all. He's old. I mean, come on. He obviously has some intelligence, and we're descendants of, you know, monkeys or whatever. You know, so to downplay King Kong as being, oh, he's this primitive monster, but he's stupid. Come on, man. He wouldn't survive this long and be that great of a fighter, and you just act like he can't even speak sign language, man. Monkeys are very smart, you know. So it was just, it was off-putting that they were very shocked in the movie about that. Also, it was a scene in there where a boat capsized because of Godzilla, and they had King Kong captured, and the boat capsized. And there's a man who swims to this levee to let King Kong loose, but it's underwater. But that's the only electronics that's working to let King Kong loose, right? Like, come on, man. Like, we gotta do some better writing in these little rooms, man. So I know I'm stretching, but then again, I gotta critique these movies like this. So overall, storytelling, 2.5 out of 5 for me, man. So had a lot of misses on the storytelling. Did I get what I bought? I was expecting a lot of fighting. I was expecting a lot of screen time with Godzilla and King Kong, and that's what you get from start to finish. They focused on them. Like I said, it hurt the actors, but they benefited with the cinematography, and did I get what I bought on focusing on the two stars of the show. So I think this show's on HBO Max, so it's not expensive. You know, it's cheaper if you have a subscription. So if you went to the movies, you know, it's usually what, $10 to $20 per person. This is what, $7.99 for HBO Plus, or, you know, whatever subscription that you have. So very reasonable. And I would also hate to be a taxpayer in these cities, man. Godzilla and King Kong tore that shit up, bro. They tore it up. They tore up every city that they're at. And it seems like every couple of years they go to the same cities and tear it up. So I would move, definitely, if I was you guys who live in these made-up worlds. So 4.5 out of 5. Did I get what I bought? And is it a must-see? Both Titans got beat up. They got beat up bad. But it was good, you know. So if you're a King Kong fan, he took a licking and he gave one. If you're a Godzilla fan, he put in that work, but he also got cooked at the end too. So they were very fair, I feel like, to the writers, fair to both sides, both Titans, that they held their own in their own right. So I'm trying to think. I thought it was Mega Godzilla, but I guess it's Mecha Godzilla that was created in this movie. So he had a short cameo, but you guys will see. If you've seen the movie, you'll see what happened at the end. If you didn't, I would say go watch it. So I think the runtime is about 2 hours too. So it's not too short, but it's not too long either. You can watch with your kids, not too much cursing, no many sex scenes, none of that. It's just a lot of fighting. So you can watch. I think it's all kid friendly. So 4 out of 5 is a must see. So for this episode of King Kong vs. Godzilla on HBO, I would give it 3.5 out of 5 Cornbread. For me, Cornbread Review. We'll be back with another one. Make sure you share and subscribe and hit the like button. That's what we're doing, man. So I'm going to keep hitting y'all with more and more TV, movies, and TV shows. So holla at y'all. Peace.